Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heretic Theater. My name's Zach.
And I'm Bill.
And take a guess what we're doing today. That's right. We are doing Kill Bill Volume 1, and I'm going to stop this, make sure we don't get copyrighted. Alright. So, Grant, opening thoughts?
Who's Grant? I'm Bill.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
No, I love this movie. Tarantino is one of my favorite filmmakers. My favorite of his is Pulp Fiction, which I can't wait to do. But Kill Bill is honestly probably my second favorite film of his. I love the fight scenes and cinematography and just it's such a simple story, just told really, really well, and I love it.
So this was the first Tarantino movie I was ever exposed to. And even though I'll admit Pulp Fiction's probably the better movie, this one's my favorite. And yes, I'm counting, even though this video is only Volume 1, Volume 2 will be a separate video, I count them as one whole movie.
Same.
They were written as one movie, they were filmed as one movie, they're one movie. But just generally speaking, I love Kill Bill. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one, folks. Get ready for a lot of Bruce Lee references.
This whole movie is like an homage to Bruce Lee.
Right. I mean, look. Let's be honest here. What Kill Bill is like Tarantino took all of his influences he loved as a child and basically made his own fan fiction movie based off of that, and it's fucking amazing. Like, let me just make one movie where I can just freaking nerd the hell out. And it was great.
It is great. So, are you ready for this?
I'm ready, Freddy.
Alright, so everyone, grab a beer and enjoy the show.
That wasn't a beer, that's a Diet Coke.
You ruined the fucking joke, my dude.
I know. Oh yeah, just a disclaimer, this is an R-rated movie for all your children out there. I have to legally tell you not to watch it, so you can go up and watch it of your own volition.
This movie's not for children.
I mean, I was pretty young when I first saw it. I think I caught it on a TV a bunch of times.
This video is not meant for kids.
None of our videos are meant for kids.
We have to let them know that because YouTube's gonna fuck us if we don't.
They're like, YouTube's not fucking me already. But no, man. Like I just did Pokemon 2000. I don't think I've ever cursed so much in a video before. That was just a freaking Pokemon movie.
All right. I'm going to press play in 3, 2, 1, play. Miramax is a really great distributor. You always know.
Oh, I forgot they use like the really old school, like 70s.
Yeah,
feature.
I love this
intro.
Yeah, I love this so much. The style, Tarantino's style. He always uses the old logos for his presentation, and I love that.
He likes being retro like that, and so do I.
I love this. I love that the film
talking
starts
about a way.
With that quote.
I mean, because
it literally sets it up perfectly. This is a story of revenge.
Right. It's an old school revenge story.
And
what an opening shot! Jesus Christ!
It's just good old fun time revenge story.
Now I have to wonder if during filming that's actually not fake blood on her face. That's actually chocolate sauce. Because remember, back when movies didn't have color, they would use chocolate sauce to blood because they had the same kind of viscosity to it. Because in a black and white movie, you won't tell the difference. So I'm wondering...
Uma Thurman gives a great performance.
Oh yeah, and you gotta remember, man, especially for the big fight scene in the end of Volume 1, she was like just after... Oh, look, Bill with a napkin on it. I think she was... Because I watched like behind the scenes for this movie a while back. I think she just gave birth to one of her children right before the filming of this movie. Mm-hmm. And that's especially impressive given all the shit she does later on in the fight scenes. I like how you don't even see Bill's face until like halfway through Volume 2.
Yeah, I know. You just know he did something bad to her and she hates him. So.
Yeah. Now I have to ask, Grant, when was the first time you watched Kill Bill? Like, what was your exposure to it?
My dad just turned it on one day on the TV and was like, Grant, watch this.
Oh, I love the music choices for this song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I just go to YouTube to listen to the soundtrack. So here's the thing, Grant. So obviously, Kill Bill has a lot of different influences from the shit Tarantino likes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like movie influences, the biggest one is a movie called Lady Snowblood. Have you had a chance to see that yet?
I haven't.
Oh, it has a Criterion release.
I need to see it.
Yeah,
it's on my list.
Yeah, so if you want to see like the main influence for Kill Bill, at least in terms of its story, watch Lady Snowblood, which is also a two-parter, by the way. This movie actually uses the opening theme from Lady Snowblood in this movie. In fact, Tarantino made all the cast members watch Lady Snowblood in preparation for this movie. So, if you want more of this kind of stuff, I'd recommend that.
The only flaw I have with this movie is Bill's take on Superman is total bullshit, and it's the biggest lie I've ever seen. And I'm just like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, we'll get to more into it when we see it, but...
Mm-hmm.
God, I love this music.
The point is, his take on Clark Kent is wrong.
So do you know why Tarantino wanted to make this movie? I mean, we can guess why, but like...
I think...
Have you, like, any, like, interviews or anything like that? Like, that goes more into detail?
I've only seen the one where the lady criticizes him for being violent, and he's like, fuck you, this is fun shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful violence.
I love this silhouette shot, too. And I like the choice of making a lot of Volume 1 appear in black and white.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they have much black and white in Volume 2. Or
the
not.
opening sequence for Volume 2 is black and white,
okay.
But I think that's it.
Okay.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
I don't think we got Chapter 1 yet.
I guess Chapter 1 is just called 2.
No, Chapter 1's the rest of the movie. This is because remember, this scene takes place after all the shit she does in Japan. Oh, good.
Yes,
oh,
right,
God.
yes.
The pussy wagon.
Yes!
One of my favorite facts about Volume 2, the reason why the pussy wagon doesn't actually appear in that movie is because after filming Volume 1, Tarantino took it home and it's still in his house to this day. Tarantino still owns the pussy wagon to this day. Yeah, good old Tarantino showing his story out of order again.
Yep.
I love how this song has become a meme.
No, thank you. I do not wish for your... I think he says solicitation or whatever. He's like, and what about old friends?
Man, Lord of the Rings would have started very differently if this is how it opened up. Gandalf beat the shit out of Bilbo.
Gandalf just goes and beats the shit out of Bilbo, and they're just like, it's so good to see you again, Gandalf. You too, my brother. And they're just fighting.
I mean, that's not quite what's going on. Lord of the Rings within the style of Kill Bill. Jesus Christ.
This came
what
out...
does Frodo give Sauron the five-finger death punch?
This came out after Lord of the Rings.
When did this come out?
This Volume 1 came out 2003. Volume 2 came out 2004.
Okay.
It was all shot as one movie, just like Lord of the Rings, so... Honestly, they should have just released it in a full 4-hour movie.
I mean, I would agree with that, Grant, but there's no way in hell that you could show that in a movie theater. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless it was owned by you.
I'd love to do all of Tarantino's movies at some point.
I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. I'm sure a lot of people are pissed that we didn't start with Pulp Fiction, but... Again, Kill Bill's my favorite, and this is my goddamn channel. So we're starting with Kill Bill.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded starting with Pulp Fiction, but yes, it's your channel.
I mean, neither would have I, but like, if I had to do one...
I love their back when she walks in.
I like how this trial is just completely unfazed with all the shit that happens in this scene.
All I will say about Tarantino, if there's one thing I disagree with him on, is I disagree with him with his take on Daniel Plainview in There Will Be Blood. He talked about the character, and it's an interesting interpretation, but I don't really agree with it. And he also said that Boogie Nights was Paul Thomas Anderson's best film, and I did not agree with that either.
Yeah, about
that.
Yeah.
I love the difference in color in their outfits. She's drenched in gold, and she's got that blue jacket with the black stripe. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I always associated.
And inside, she has red.
Right.
I think that's pretty cool. Like her
desire to kill.
Yes. I love that.
Now, remind me, what's Uma Thurman's character's name in this again? Because they don't actually use her name very often.
Coffee.
Want some coffee?
Want some coffee.
I'll give Tarantino this. He sure as hell knows how to start a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because I know her name, Uma Thurman's character. I know her codename was Black Mamba, I think it was.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what her actual name was.
That's how they use a Black Mamba to assassinate someone in this movie.
I know. Is that in Volume 2?
I think it's Volume 2.
Okay, yeah, because I know the scene you're talking about, but
yeah. See,
it's going to be hard because
the assassins in Attack of the Clones should have watched Kill Bill, because it's like that's how you use an animal.
To be fair, they did try with like the poison worms or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
they were
I thought you were referencing the poison dart, but that's a different discussion.
I'm talking about the worms. Yeah. So her name is, or her code name that they use a lot in this movie is the Bride.
The Bride, right? For obvious
but
reasons.
Her real name is Beatrix.
Beatrix, that's it.
Beatrix Kiddo. Even Steven.
Now, what other movies has Uma Thurman done? Because I know I've seen her in other
She was
stuff.
in Pulp Fiction.
She was in Pulp Fiction.
Marcellus Wallace's wife.
Right, I remember that.
Trying to think. She's been in quite a few Tarantino movies.
Yeah, Tarantino gets a lot of returning actors. I wonder why.
Yeah, there's a lot of reoccurring actors in his movies. She was Poison Ivy in Batman and Robin.
That's it. I'm not sure. Did I see Batman and Robin before I saw Kill Bill? Maybe not.
I know I did.
I don't know. I mean, I was pretty young when I first saw Kill Bill on TV, so it could be either or.
Those are like the most noteworthy things she's been in.
For very different reasons.
3 great, or I guess 2 great Tarantino movies, and Batman and Robin.
I mean, we did just do the Dark Knight trilogy. I guess we'll have to do the older movies at some point.
We won't.
No, we fucking won't. Not unless someone pays us, which is going to be a long time from now.
Now that we were discussing it, who would you say is the master of, like, opening scenes?
I mean,
for their films.
I mean, I don't know about films, but okay, in my mind, the master of opening scenes ever are the guys who make Breaking Bad. But I know that that's a TV series, not a film. So
I think that still counts. I think that works.
Which I know Breaking Bad is very Tarantino inspired.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
What you were saying?
I was just trying to think of my answer.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yep. Yeah, but now you're shot. Where'd she get shot again?
In the leg, I think, maybe? Or did no, I think she missed.
Are you sure? There's blood on the wall.
Well, yeah, but there's blood on the wall in every Tarantino movie. It comes standard issue at this point.
The kid!
Standing right there. Just completely unfazed that her mom's fucking dead.
She doesn't even think about getting revenge.
Because she's fucking 4 years old.
Okay.
Alright. Just completely.
Your mom had it coming.
The cycle of vengeance.
The cycle of vengeance.
That actually reminds me of a scene from I don't think you've seen Afro Samurai at all, have you? There's a scene at the end of the second movie / series, I don't remember, where Afro was getting revenge for the guy who killed his dad, but in the process he had to kill someone else's father. At the end of the second movie, he goes up to him and basically says, hey, if you want your chance of revenge, I'll be waiting. So I like how movies touch upon that. It's like a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
Revenge begets revenge and all that shit. Pussy wagon. Sometimes I wonder if Tarantino took his kids to school with the pussy wagon. I know I would.
That'd be funny. That has to be one of the quickest first chapters in a Tarantino movie.
Mm-hmm. But does a pretty good job in setting the stage.
Yeah. There it is.
I always was a fan of Tarantino's tastes in music.
Yeah. The music choices that he has are very much inspirational for Breaking Bad, that's for sure.
What Tarantino film do you think has the best soundtrack?
Oh, that's hard. Ennio Morricone's score for The Hateful Eight is really good, but that's not really soundtrack choices, that's the score.
Sure.
I don't know. I love the Pulp Fiction soundtrack too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, mine is going to be Kill Bill, but
yeah,
this is my favorite one ever. So naturally, that includes the music.
This might be the best soundtrack. I don't know.
It's definitely the one I feel like Tarantino has the most fun with.
I definitely think that he had.
That was Better Call Saul, Mom.
Very good.
Told you so.
I knew I'd like it.
What season?
I think in 5.
Oh, you're on 5? Oh.
She's been watching it nonstop.
Yeah. You're getting to the good stuff.
Yeah, he's working at the cell phone company, and his girlfriend just went back into practice so she could start doing public defender work and the banking.
I think that's season 4, isn't it?
I thought it said season 5 episode, and because I thought, oh my god, I'm on season 5.
If he's still working at the cell phone store, that's season 4.
Is it season 4? Okay, yeah, no, he's still there because he just got mugged. Not too
Yeah,
long ago after
that's
selling.
season 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Big line.
but it started out, the very first episode of the new season, he was in his office that he was in Breaking Bad. And he and his, she was shredding papers. It was almost like the first time you saw him in Breaking Bad. I think it was the first.
Right.
Where he's like breaking into walls to get money and to get out of town. But no, very well written. Very Breaking Bad, which I love. So good.
Vince Gilligan's a master.
Yeah, he really is. Great storyteller, great editing. And Mike is my favorite by far.
Oh, Mike is awesome.
Mike is awesome.
In conclusion, Breaking Bad was inspired by Tarantino.
Yeah, no fucking shit. I mean, it's not like a straight Tarantino like ripoff. It's not an emulation of the style, but it's very much, you can see the DNA in it.
Yeah.
Now, how did they explain how Beatrix survived getting shot in the head? It was like there was like a metal plate in her skull or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I mean, obviously it's a little contrived because how often do people survive a shot to the head? But
it's a little bit, yeah.
But it's appropriate for the style of
It's not. This is one of those movies where it's like not supposed to be taken seriously.
Right. This movie is supposed to be. It's one of. It's sort of like anime in the sense that it's very exaggerated in terms of its portrayal of its world.
It is very anime-esque. Yeah, that's for sure.
In that sense. Yes. Kill Bill is my favorite anime. Oh, no, I meant there is an animated sequence in this movie. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, there is.
So I guess that counts.
Yeah, there is.
Now, who was the director that got really popular for doing this thing with the two kind of scenes side by side? In fact, no. What's the name of the dude who directed the first Incredible Hulk movie?
Oh, Ang Lee.
Yeah, didn't Ang Lee get really popular for doing this in a movie? Not Incredible Hulk, obviously.
No.
The one before that.
It might have been him. I'm not sure. I haven't seen this very often, so.
I know Better Call Saul had a scene like this.
Yeah, Better Call Saul did something like this.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty stylish.
Yeah, I like it. I can't remember if anyone got really popular from it, though.
Okay. Deadly Viper assassinations in California mountains.
I like it when he does that. He does that a lot in his movies.
Yeah, the card intros.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's funny how she has a nurse's eye patch. Like she has like a specific eye patch for every costume she wears.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna rock an eye patch, you might as well make it a fashion statement.
I like how everyone in this movie is just after her.
For good reason.
Yeah.
Because
she's after one person, but she's willing to go to any extent needed to get to him.
Well, no, I mean she was going after all of them because they were all involved in the way.
Yeah, but it's still like one person.
Right.
In the
Bill
end.
is the head of the snake, so to speak. So, but might as well kill the rest of them while they're at it. Yeah. I love the swords in these movies. The Atari Hanzo swords.
Well, Bill's sword is the one she eventually takes.
She takes Bill's sword?
I think so.
Okay.
Doesn't she?
I know she has a sword of her own made. I just assumed she kept that for the entire time. I could be wrong.
It's been a while since I've seen this. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure she takes this.
I mean, I would have kept all the swords, if I'm being honest. Those swords are really freaking cool. Yes, I'm one of those guys who think samurai swords are cool. Because they are.
They fucking are, yeah.
They're not the only cool swords out there, but they're very stylish. What's your favorite sword in the movie, Grant? And don't say lightsaber. I mean specifically a sword.
I thought you said sword from this movie.
No, any movie.
Oh,
just in general, what's your favorite sword from a movie? Actual sword, not lightsaber.
What's it called?
From what movie?
From the Lord of the Rings. The one that Aragorn's ancestor used to...
Narsil?
Narsil, yeah.
Because Narsil was that one, but when it gets rebuilt, it changes its name to Underhill.
Yeah, that one.
Which is more or less the same sword, it's just, it was broken and it was remade.
His ancestor used it and it was broken, but then they remade it and Aragorn used it. Yeah, that sword problem.
Lord of the Rings has a lot of cool weapon designs.
I know a lot of people will say Sting, but...
I mean, Sting's more like a dagger. Because, it looks like a sword short when Frodo's wielding it, but Frodo's a hobbit, so it's more of a knife, really. Like if we were to hold it.
It's a dagger, yeah.
Yeah. It's a badass dagger, don't lie, But still. It's not a sword.
Yeah, to a hobbit it's a sword, but to a regular person, a human, it's just a dagger.
How the hell did Tarantino get that close of a shot of a mosquito?
Because he's a master. Okay, we get a little bit of his face.
A little bit, but you don't see the whole thing until Volume 2. That's a cool shot of him.
Yeah. The side of her head, yeah. Yep, and her child's gone. Fuck you, Bill.
Yeah.
And The Last of Us 2, when you play as Abby, just
please don't.
I won't. All I will say is, just let Ellie kill you and turn the game off, and that's the end of it. Yeah. Ellie gets her revenge.
Yeah, I mentioned, or just don't play the game at all. I think you'll save $60 that way a lot of your time. I mentioned earlier how Uma Thurman was just off of pregnancy when she was filming this, and I wonder if just because she just had a baby that helped in her performance in this scene. Because the loss of a child, man, sucks no matter who you are. That's horrible.
Yeah, maybe it could have, maybe. Because obviously, when you're portraying a character who loses a child, it's a lot. Someone who has a child, it would be a lot easier for them to portray that kind of character.
Right, because
also her daughter was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
She was?
Yeah.
What character did she play?
She was one of the hippies at the end.
One of the hippies?
The
Okay.
one who went back to the car and drove away.
Okay.
Yeah. She was also in Stranger Things Season 3.
Okay. I still haven't seen Season 3 of Stranger Things. I've seen a little bit of it, but it didn't catch my interest. And I heard it wasn't really as good as
It wasn't.
the last couple of seasons.
It really wasn't.
It's scary to think how often this must have happened in the real world.
And what's crazy is
I'm talking about the scene, by the way.
she had her baby with Ethan Hawke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're married or not, or even together still, but her daughter's name is Maya Hawke,
Okay.
not Maya Thurman.
We could look it up on Google, but we're lazy, so we're not gonna do that.
I'm not going to now. By the way, screw all those people who complain that Tarantino's too violent. Like, that's not an argument for why a movie's bad.
Look, I understand that some people are squeamish when it comes to blood and gore. It's not really the thing, and I respect that. But a movie's not bad because it has that, right?
Right.
If you don't like it,
If
you don't like it. But that's the difference between not liking something and something being a flaw. Big
I
difference.
love that! You just hear him scream!
And then you just cut away.
Yep. God damn.
She looks like a fucking vampire.
She does.
Which
God
is kind
damn.
of fitting, given that she just came back from the dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
symbolically.
based on what happened, I'm guessing it looks like she, like, stabbed him in the throat.
Probably ripped his throat out with her teeth.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she is a snake after all. Who would win in the fight, Beatrix or Solid Snake?
It's hard.
Very hard.
That's really fucking hard. No, Clyde. No. I'm gonna say Beatrix.
Beatrix?
I'm gonna say Beatrix.
It'll be a close call, that's for sure.
Because, here's the thing. Solid Snake is a great fighter, but did Solid Snake rip out someone's throat with their teeth? No.
I mean, you probably could, but he hasn't.
But he has not,
Okay.
so...
It would be a close call, that's for certain.
Hoo-hoo! She just... And I like how this is realistic that because she can't walk yet, because her legs have to regain their strength.
Right, that's a big scene later on.
Where's Bill?
Please stop hitting me.
Fuck.
Fuck. He's like, fuck, I'm screwed.
Yep.
I know in the way I want.
Where is Bill?
Where is she?
Yeah. Where are they?
Oh, I'm so glad we don't have to do Dark Knight Rises ever again.
No, that was in Dark Knight.
Just in general, I'm glad we don't have to do Dark Knight Rises again. That movie was a lot more boring than I thought it was going to be.
Not only that, but it was like Pussy Wagon.
We will mention it every time the camera shows up on it.
Yeah. Nice.
Groovy.
Anyone who wants a strong female character in their movie, watch this.
Beatrice
shit.
is a pretty good example.
Watch this movie.
She's a mean motherfucker.
She is one bad motherfucker. She even thinks it's funny.
Yeah. She would have kept it in Volume 2 if Tarantino didn't steal it and bring it into his house. Could you imagine, like, if you were, like, the accountant who was working on, like, with Tarantino's movie during this, and you're looking at the budget and what he's spending on, and he just goes up to Mr. Tarantino, what the hell's the Pussy Wagon?
I will neither confirm nor deny. Bunch of wild questions.
And then he's like, Mr. Tarantino, why do you order 2 truckloads of fake blood?
I will neither confirm nor deny his purchasing such.
And what's with the truckload of tampons?
I will neither confirm nor deny whether he used such tampons.
I wonder why I mentioned... I forget if it's tampons or condoms, but the way they get the blood to spurt in this movie the way it does, there's some kind of old movie trick he utilized that involves just fake blood and, like some kind of condom or whatever, and I think there's like a...
I don't remember if it was that, or if it was like those kind of bags that you use in hospitals.
Something like that.
That holds blood?
Yeah,
it's something like that.
Yeah, it's very cheap, but of course Tarantino, so he uses it with style.
She can't even feel her feet. I think that's a cool detail.
Yeah, wiggle your big toe.
Yeah, that's the best way to start. Just wiggle your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, wiggle your feet, wiggle your toes.
She's doing the monk meditation thing.
Mm-hmm. I really appreciate the way Tarantino develops his characters in his movies. Like,
I love that shot, by the way.
Yeah, same. I mean, some of his movies are similar, like, Django Unchained's pretty similar to Inglourious Bastards. But in each of his movies, he always has distinct and memorable characters, no matter what.
Like, I just want to get Tarantino to sit down and just write ideas for characters. There's a guy named Buck. He owns a truck, and he likes to fuck. And that's it.
And he calls it the Pussy Wagon.
Now, I believe most of the music you hear is from other films. I'm not sure where this one is from, though.
That's very much so inspired by him using music from other films. That's something that... isn't that something that Ennio Morricone does?
Who?
And John Carpenter. I think John Carpenter does that sometimes.
Use what?
Uses music from other movies.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes. Not as often as Tarantino. Okay, now I really have to appreciate this animated sequence here. Because not only is this animated pretty damn well, animation is very time-consuming and expensive, so I wonder what the process was in order to get this part approved.
And they're using it just to give the background on those people.
Right, but they do it in real... I don't know what live-action movie cuts to an anime-styled animation sequence for a flashback. This is the only one that I can think of that's not like some kind of kids movie. And it's fucking awesome. And this all had to be hand-drawn, too, the way it's stylized. Yeah. This all had to be done with, like, pencils and shit.
Also, I'm going to say this just because I watched it recently and we're talking about animated stuff. Fuck Toy Story 4.
Not a fan of Toy Story 4?
Nope, I hate it. I watched it again recently, and I don't know why.
I know I keep saying it, but this is why I need to get you and Dalton together, because Dalton's also not a fan of Toy Story 4. He should follow me on Letterboxd and read my reviews. I think he'll appreciate it. Hear that, Dalton? Get off Dalton, your lazy ass! Dalton, if you're listening, download an app called Letterboxd on your phone. I love Grant that Paulson. Little thing there when she like puts the words back into her mouth. Yeah, that's the kind of shit you can only do in animation. I think that's really cool. I need to do other animated stuff besides Pokemon for this channel.
We need to do the Toy Story trilogy at some point.
We'll get to it.
And
Ratatouille. I can get you and Dalton organized into one group.
Ratatouille as well. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I just thought of another cool sword. It's not in a movie, but Longclaw from Game of Thrones is a really cool sword. Okay, I've never watched Game of Thrones, so I don't know what you're talking about. Unfortunately, it's Jon Snow's sword. Oh, okay. Also, if you're wondering why, Tarantino has this weird blend of, like, Eastern and Western stuff in this movie specifically, there's actually been a really, like, long-running connection between, like, Western cowboy movies and Eastern samurai movies. The obvious one being Yojimbo being a huge inspiration for The Good, the Mandalorian. I was going to say The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. No, not Good, Bad, the Ugly. Yeah, I was going to say it's not that one. Really. A Fistful of Dollars. That's the one. Yeah. No, Fistful of Dollars is an unsanctioned remake of Yojimbo. Yeah, it's almost shot for shot. Yeah. But if you're wondering, like, so many cowboy movies are ripped off. And for all of you, which is true, for all you Americans out there who love Magnificent Seven, please watch Seven Samurai. Which is what that. Magnificent Seven is basically just a shot-for-shot copy of Seven Samurai. Mm-hmm. And Seven Samurai is a much better movie. Right. It's so good. But anyways, as I was saying, Yojimbo itself was said to be inspired by a lot of cowboy films. So there's always been this long-running connection between the two. That despite being from opposite corners of the world, they're virtually the same. And I don't think a movie illustrates that connection more than Kill Bill. Yeah. Which is why you see a lot of dudes in samurai swords fighting cowboy music. And I love that Tarantino... I mean, obviously he loves Ennio Morricone for music, but I like how he was inspired by westerns and samurai films, clearly. Like, he definitely loves Akira Kurosawa, and he really likes Clint Eastwood and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Who made that? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Who directed it? Google search away. I remember his name, though, because he's like a really famous director. He's the same guy who made Fistful of Dollars. Mm-hmm. I wonder what people's reaction was when the first time they saw this sequence. Sergio Leone. God damn it. Right. Yeah, he definitely loved Sergio Leone. That's for sure. Yeah, I wonder if Tarantino was like, I like samurai movies and cowboy movies, and they're all basically the same thing. Why can't I put them both in one movie? Yeah.
Damn, that bullet took their fucking legs off.
Damn.
What the hell is she shooting?
It fucking exploded his head.
You know, this sequence actually kind of makes me curious. How do you think Tarantino do with directing an animated movie? Grant?
Hmm?
How do you think Tarantino would do with handling an animated movie?
That'd be interesting, actually.
Yeah. It would very much be in the vein of something like Ghost in the Shell or
There's another shot that that they liked to use in Better Call Saul in particular with the sniper rifle.
Mhm. Oh shit, I forgot they did this. They animated the wedding sequence.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot they did that. That was a pretty clever way of like showing
I
the
like
passage
that.
of time.
I like that. Yeah.
13
And now-
hours later.
Yeah. See, that's realistic. That is realistic. And she looks like she's still struggling.
Yeah, master assassin trained by fucking Pai Mei, and it took her 13 hours to get the feel in her legs again. Like, holy shit. Chapter 4. The Man from Okinawa.
I wouldn't mind going to Okinawa at some
Dude,
point.
Okinawa is where frickin' the dude from Karate Kid's from.
Oh yeah,
the character.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, the character, Mr. Miyagi. They actually go to Okinawa in the second film, I believe.
They do, yeah.
I need to watch the second Karate Kid movie eventually. Do you know what's sad nowadays? The actor who plays Hanzo.
Who?
The actor who plays Hanzo, he's
Yeah.
doing the Japanese accent.
Yeah,
You probably can't do that nowadays because it'd be considered racist profiling.
probably.
I know that was an issue, like I mentioned Solid Snake before. In the original Metal Gear, there was a character who played. There was an Asian character as one of like Snake's teammates, and the actress spoke with like that Asian accent. But in later movies, they got rid of the accent, and that kind of upsets me. And I wish people would stop being so goddamn sensitive about that sort of thing. But
That's an issue
I guess
for another day.
yeah. I don't know, man. If you're playing a character from a different, like from a foreign country, of course they're going to speak differently than the way we speak. But whatever.
Mm.
Now, how much Japanese do you know, Grant?
I don't know any.
None at all?
No.
Nope. I love the reveal we're gonna get in a second here. That she's basically playing him the entire time.
Yeah. I love how it's like you can definitely tell when this scene starts that something's going on because you see it in the way she's acting. You're just like, she's being way too nice and sweet. Like
You just saw this chick rip out a dude's throat a minute ago.
Yeah, she hasn't been like this for the whole movie. She's definitely...
It has no reason to be this way for the entire movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's playing him in some way, and I like the clever change in character, you know?
I think during the the theatrical version of this showing of this movie, they actually had subtitles for what they were talking about. Because I swear to God, I remember that. They're talking about how shit his sushi shop is.
Yeah. I think there definitely are, I think this version we have just doesn't.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Put down in the comment section, if anyone cares to, which do you prefer, Volume 1 or Volume 2?
Which one do you prefer, Grant?
Volume 1.
You like Volume 1 more too?
Yeah.
Okay. And she drops the facade. I have vermin.
You're harvesting enemies of the state, are you not?
I remember that, even though it's in Japanese, I know this line specifically. I have vermin to kill. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what that scene reminds me of?
What?
Remember that scene in season 1 of Daredevil, when there's that Asian lady that Kingpin's talking to?
Mm-hmm.
And, Kingpin needs, a translator talking about that, but then later on it's revealed that no, Kingpin knows Chinese perfectly, he's just putting on a show.
Yeah.
Again, I love the music here.
Choose your weapon.
I talked about how Tarantino took the pussy wagon home. I don't have any proof for this, but I'm pretty sure Tarantino has all those swords in his basement too. I wouldn't put it past him.
I would not either.
And let's all be honest, we'd all have them in our basement too. It's I swear never to make any weapons again. I'm here to kill Bill. I will make one more weapon.
She's just geeking out. She's just can I touch it?
These are, at least in the Kill Bill universe, these are the greatest swords ever made. And I like how Hanzo is she reaches for one, but Hanzo's no, grab the other one, because he can tell just by looking at her which sword is the best fit for her.
Mm-hmm. That one, definitely. She's just oh yes.
I mean, wouldn't you be that way too?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that someone like Batman doesn't have, like, in his back cage just a whole room full of katanas and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was trained by a ninja after all.
Uma Thurman should get her daughter a movie like this at some point.
Kill Bill. Oh dear,
That's something similar.
That'd be interesting to see. I mean, I know nothing about Uma Thurman's daughter. I don't know how good of an actress she is or anything, but I don't know. I wouldn't be against it.
I think this is definitely Uma Thurman's best performance tonight.
Yeah.
I like Pulp Fiction more.
Cuts the baseball in half.
Yeah. I like Pulp Fiction more, but I think her character and her performance is better in this movie than it is in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. This is my favorite movie with Uma Thurman in it. Yeah, I can't. It's hard to pronounce her name.
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman.
I can't. Sorry.
If I remember this scene right, because I watched this scene specifically like 100 times. He's talking about how he built the swords for visual and visual value, as well as that he likes making swords. But but he's realized that because they are tools of death, he's retired from that.
Yeah.
He wants to move past that. But of course, it's Bill, and this speaks to how many people Bill must have pissed off over the years.
Yeah.
The fact that this dude, who basically swore to never build a katana ever again, makes one more sword just to kill Bill.
Just to kill Bill.
Just for Bill.
Yep. She's like, you know him.
Yeah.
You.
And she just writes it. His name on the window.
You know what he
just
deserves.
puts in Bill. All you need to know is Bill, and he knows.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if he got the wrong Bill, and the actual Bill that pissed Arturo Hanzo off was Bill Nye the Science Guy? Must kill Bill, 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 Nye the Science Guy. That would be a very different movie.
Yeah.
I love. Okay, this piece right here. It's called the Lone Wolf, I believe. The Lonely Shepherd. I love this piece.
Mm-hmm. You can tell just seeing the name pisses him off.
Yeah, we don't even know why. We don't even know why specifically. We know that all the people of the Snake team, they all have swords made by Hanzo.
Mm-hmm.
But we can imagine that just from that alone, we can get some contents of why Hanzo hates Bill so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because of so many people they must have killed with those swords alone.
Yeah. And obviously he would feel terrible with supplying them with weapons to do such things, you know?
Right. But it's like, you're here to kill Bill? I'll make one more sword. I like how that fade out actually focuses on the last paid last.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 month later, because yes, making high quality samurai swords, or any sword for that matter, takes a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love how he has the line imprint on the sword there.
I think that's the best sword in this movie.
I mean, he says this himself, it's the greatest sword he's ever made.
Yep.
One last look at it.
It's beautiful. A blade so sharp that you could perhaps cut yourself just from looking at it.
Is that a Kung Fu Panda reference?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm not gonna lie, man, I was a little disappointed because, talk Kung Fu Panda real quick, the Sword of Heroes was a very big part of the marketing for Kung Fu Panda, and it appears in that one scene. I actually used to have the toy for it.
You did?
Long time ago, yeah.
Interesting.
It was a cool toy, too. I'm kind of disappointed he didn't actually use the sword in the movie. Did you ever see the Kung Fu Panda animated series?
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay.
Hot take, I actually think Kung Fu Panda 2 is better than the first.
I've only seen the first one.
The second one's actually really fucking good.
Maybe I'll give it a chance sometime in the future.
Yeah.
This is without a doubt the greatest sword I have ever made.
Mm-hmm. And I can't confirm this, but I'm pretty sure there is a scene in either Volume 1 or Volume 2 that's an homage to the House of Flying Daggers, I think is what it's called.
House of Flying Daggers? Is that like a really old kung fu movie or something?
I think
it
so.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's what it's called, if I'm remembering correctly.
Showdown at House of Blue Leaves. Now, people, if I can sum up this chapter in one word, it's Bruce Lee references.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And I will point out every single one of them in this scene. Okay, so right now, the dude on the left, you see the black mask he's wearing?
Yep.
That's a reference to Green Hornet, to Bruce Lee's character, Kato,
Yep.
who wore the black mask as part of his costume.
Yep, and they talk about that in fuck, what's it called? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Damn it.
If you can't tell, Tarantino's a huge Bruce Lee fan.
Yeah.
Not as big as me, but...
Actually, I take that back. House of Flying Daggers came out after Kill Bill, so there can't be.
Never
so
mind then.
yeah, never mind.
I wonder what anime Tarantino watches. Because he strikes me as a guy who would watch anime.
I bet he's probably seen stuff like Death Note, probably.
Yeah, I could see that.
He definitely loved Parasite, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
He loves Bong Joon-ho movies in general.
Mm-hmm. Dude's a good director. I mean, the only other movie I've seen of him is Snowpiercer, which isn't as good as Parasite, but I really like that one.
I like Snowpiercer. It's one of my lesser favorites of his. I watched two of his other Korean films the other day, which are Memories of Murder and Mother. They were fantastic. Like, Mother, the third act of Mother, holy shit. Like, the third act of Mother was so good, I almost considered it a better film than Parasite. Almost.
Guess we'll have to check it out at some point.
Not quite, but I almost got there.
I wonder if this is a novelization of Kill Bill. I'd read that.
A novelization?
Yeah, that happens sometimes. That some movies will get book versions of it.
I'd do that.
I know that all the Star Wars movies have novel adaptations, and I would argue they were the best form of those movies because they did a lot. They did what they could to fix the problems with them. Now, how they're going to fix Rise of Skywalker, I have no fucking clue. But that's a subject for a different time. I feel like I've seen some of these guys before in other movies. The Japanese dudes in this scene. I want to say that
I wouldn't put it past them. Honestly, the opening scene in Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
Some of them might have appeared there. And honestly, this scene is... I mean, the first part of Deadpool 2, I think, is definitely an homage to this scene.
To Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Deadpool being a very big Tarantino fan. For different reasons.
Ryan Reynolds being a Tarantino fan.
No, yeah. Deadpool specifically.
Deadpool specifically. My Rise of Skywalker video is almost crossing 2K views.
Congratulations, man.
That's insane for me. I can't believe I worked so hard on that video. I never expected that.
Yeah, check out Grant's channel at Grant Wilson.
See, there you go. I love that. How it looks like when she cuts it off. It looks like, I mean, I know it's blood coming out, but it looks like light coming out of his head. Yeah, watch the opening scene of Deadpool 2. He does shit like he chops someone's head off and it lands on the table like it did right there. I do think it was an homage in a way to this.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
She is a badass.
Every character in Kill Bill is a badass.
Yeah.
Even the ones who get chopped into confetti, even they are more badass than most characters in most TV. The king is dead. Long live the king. This song right here, this is the Green Hornets theme.
Yep.
With the trumpets.
Yep.
Did you see that Green Hornet movie that came out a few years ago?
It's terrible.
It's not very good, unfortunately.
I have seen it, yeah. I do not like it.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen the TV show?
I have not seen the TV show.
Have you seen the episode where the Green Hornet teams crosses over with Batman? Adam West's Batman.
No, I have not.
I won't tell you, it was only a season long. It didn't last very long, unfortunately. But if you're going to watch one episode from that show, you watch the episode where they cross over with Adam West's Batman.
Nice. Oh, I remember what I was thinking of. It was, it was John Wick Chapter 2 that had a fight scene that was a huge homage to House of Flying Daggers.
Okay.
Not this.
God, you won't see that very often anymore. Just walking through an airport with a fucking samurai sword.
Red apple cigarettes.
Okay,
that's something that Tarantino puts as an Easter egg in all his movies.
That yellow outfit
is Bruce Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a reference to the Bruce Lee movie Game of Death.
Yep.
The yellow jacket.
And I love how the motorcycle lines up with her shirt as well.
Right. Now in the Bruce Lee movie, it was basically like a jumpsuit.
From this point on in Volume 1, it's just like, here we fucking go.
Yeah, this is the shit you came to see.
This is the next stretch from here on until the end of Volume 1. This shit is like the best part of all Kill Bill.
Right, like this is the upcoming scene is what I was looking forward to the most. Yeah. Oh, I love the shot here with the red lighting.
Yep.
Using color to symbolize intention.
Mm-hmm. She's just... Oh, I love it.
You don't even need to see her face through the helmet to know what she's thinking.
Yes.
What's this song called? Hang on, I'll pull it up. I have the soundtrack on my phone. What's this song called? Battle Without Humility, I think. I love this song.
Yeah.
There's a lot of music from this song that this movie made popular in the early 2000s. Like, I heard this song in commercials all the time. Like the Yoo-Hoo song, which we'll hear in a minute.
I
heard all
fucking
the
hate
time.
it though, but they used it in the Transformers movie.
Whatever.
I hated that, but its usage in this movie is great though.
Battle Without Honor or Humility. That's the name of the song. I like how this dude's dressed like Charlie Brown.
Yeah, kinda.
What if Charlie Brown was if Charlie Brown was the Japanese middle-aged guy, he'd look like that. I think the story
Do you
with
believe in the Great Pumpkin?
Grant, I believe more in the existence of the Great Pumpkin than I do the competency of our government.
Nice. That's awesome.
That is a fact. Also,
I don't blame you.
Also, I think with the band that plays during this scene, I think like Tarantino was at a bar, heard him play, and they're just like, "Hey, you girls, I want to hire you to film in a movie."
I'm a
And they're like,
filmmaker.
"Okay."
Can you play music in my movie coming up?
And they're probably like, "Sure."
I would not put it past him. That's for sure. Tarantino's fucking great.
And not only is he just a great filmmaker, he's a great filmmaker who knows how to have fun with his movies.
Another movie Tarantino that I know Tarantino loves is The Matrix.
Yeah, I can see that.
I know because he's said it publicly in a YouTube video before. He has a YouTube video of his. I love this. He has a YouTube video of his.
Hang on, wait, that
favorite
scene right there.
films.
Is this before or after Spider-Man 1?
After, but like only a year after,
Okay.
so it wasn't copying it or anything.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was an homage to Spider-Man 1.
It wasn't because this.
I mean,
Since
there are
this
other movies
Spider-Man
that have this
came out
scene.
in 2002 and this came out in 2003. So if a movie came out in 2003, that means that they were finished with the movie like a year before.
Okay, there has to be an older movie with that kind of thing, because that's not the only movie that referenced that whole thing with the guy hiding on the ceiling, but it's trying to avoid with a drop of sweat and whatever. It's like, that's not a new thing. I have to remember where that's come from.
Yeah, it's not a new thing. But
Okay, real quick, a really pet peeve of mine is that when people like tie their guitar strings to their guitar, but they don't cut the ends off like that. That's just a pet peeve of mine. I hate it when people do that. I love the bass line for this song. Like, it's a very basic walking bass line, but I love it.
Yeah. There's lots of lawn takes here that I love.
I could probably play this song on guitar. I love the shot here.
Yeah. There's a lot of lawn takes in this whole sequence that are just great.
I'd be interested to see just how people built the set for this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great. The cinematography here might be the best Tarantino's ever done.
Yeah, he definitely put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned earlier that the outfit was a reference to Bruce Lee. It's not a full-out reference. If it was a full-out reference, she'd be wearing like a
No,
one-piece
Tarantino
jumpsuit.
has definitely said it's an homage to Bruce
I know
Lee.
it is, but it's not. What I'm getting at, it's not one for one the same costume.
No,
because
it's not one
Because the
for
one Bruce Lee
but-
wore in Game of Death, it was basically just a one-piece jumpsuit, essentially. It was more or less like a leotard or something like that. Here, it's more just like it's that style, but it's like a biker outfit, which is fine. I think that looks fine.
Yeah, it's not one for one the same outfit, but he has stated it. The outfit is a reference and an homage to Bruce Lee.
Right, because how could it fucking not be?
Yeah.
Fun fact, my brother actually dressed in that costume for Halloween one time. And some people, not everyone got the reference, but some people did. Now it's cool.
Okay. I have to say, after hearing the songs again, I love the soundtrack in Pulp Fiction, but I think this is Tarantino's best soundtrack,
Yeah.
I think.
I just really think out of all the Tarantino films I've seen, I haven't seen quite all of them yet. He had the most.
I need to
fun.
show you all of Tarantino's.
You showed me a good
movies.
chunk of them about a year ago.
Yeah, I did, but there's still some yet.
I feel like Kill Bill was the movie Tarantino just had the most fun with. You know?
Oh, definitely.
I love the meme that the song has created.
Yeah, I love this.
What's it from? I feel like that's also from something else.
Probably.
Yeah, here we go. They make me looks like Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Also, I need to show you Bong Joon-ho's other films at some point.
Yes, I really need to watch them.
Yeah. Because you've only seen Parasite and Snowpiercer.
Right.
Now, don't expect anything better than Parasite, because I think that's his best.
I'm using
movie.
Snowpiercer as my base because I know Parasite is his best.
Parasite is like the gold standard.
Okay.
Like that is such a masterpiece that's becoming quickly becoming one of my all-time favorite movies. It's such an accessible foreign film as well. I can't imagine many people. What a way to start, right?
To quote the Dark Lord, this is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, man.
This entire sequence is just...
We're going to be devolving
Vader.
into laughing and cheering for the next half hour.
Yes. I love how this whole thing is half an hour. I love it.
The fighting hasn't actually started yet, and their outfit's already covered in blood.
You know what? This might be the best choreographed fight scene ever.
It's
maybe.
my favorite sword fight ever. Both the group fight and the solo fight later. The only thing that can probably match it is 7 Samurai.
Oh, it's
That's
great. Good bloody shit. That's what I want. Why do you think I love I love Indiana Jones so much? Spielberg didn't give a shit back in the 80s. He was like, you know what? This PG movie, I'll put as much blood and gore in there as I want. She just lifts him up with her sword and
yeah, she actually did that too. None of that CG bullshit.
Yeah,
she actually did that.
Yeah.
I like how established.
I mean, obviously she didn't actually stab him, but the point is those were practical effects.
Right.
All these are practical effects.
No, there would be some legal issues if this was all actually be. Oh, yeah. She did the anime thing where she does the sword and they all die.
Yep.
I knew it. Tarantino is a weeaboo. I fucking knew it! Also, I like how that whole thing about Hanzo saying this is the greatest sword he's made isn't bullshit, because we just saw earlier that her sword can cut through most people's swords. Yep. So, even though it's not a lightsaber, that fucking thing might as well be a lightsaber.
It might as well be. Holy shit.
I wonder if there's a YouTube thing out there of someone editing this scene, but they replaced the blade with lightsabers.
This whole scene is like Avengers Endgame who? Seriously.
Oh,
you want to talk about a satisfying sequence?
Yeah.
This. This shit. She's like, is that all you got, bitch?
Those are the mooks. Those are the level 1 minions.
Yep. Hi.
I wonder who the fight choreographer for this movie was.
That's an interesting question. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look it up.
Whoever did deserves a fucking award. Speaking of which, I'm gonna look this up.
Okay, forgive me, I mispronounced this name. Yang Wu Ping.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Hong
I haven't
Kong
heard of
martial arts choreographer.
Oh. Of course, it was nominated for 0 Oscars. Fuck that shit.
And you wonder why I don't give a shit about the Oscars.
I try not to care, but it's hard for me.
I
not to
understand,
sometimes.
like, the politics behind it. I know a lot of movie projects get budget based
Yeah.
on what gets Oscars during that time.
It's like I
And I
try
hate
not
the
to care,
fact
but at
that-
the same time, I know it's like my favorite filmmakers. If they want their movies to get funded, they have to get a lot of awards.
Mhm.
So I try not to care, but it's hard for me not to. Sometimes.
It's what we wish reality is compared to what
Yeah.
reality actually is, which is fucking stupid.
Damn. This chick. Yeah,
Well,
this one-on-one fight.
You don't see a whole lot of like at least in America, you don't see a lot of fight scenes with like chains and shit.
Yeah.
Using this kind
Uma
of way.
Thurman was nominated for actress at the Golden Globes, but not the Oscars. Which
Fuck
is
that.
stupid. Yeah, fuck that.
Who did win that year?
For actress at the Oscars?
Sure.
That's an interesting question. Let me see. Kill Bill. This is actually the same year Memories of Murder came out, which was Bong Joon-ho's other movie.
Okay.
Or one of his other movies. Oh my gosh. And that didn't get any Oscars either. Fucking...
Fuck the Oscars.
Oh, Finding Nemo came out that year. So I'm just saying that's how I'm gonna get to the winners page. Because I know that won Best Animated. Oh shit, I forgot. Okay, yeah. That was the year Return of the King won Best Picture. So
okay,
I'll
fine.
okay, yeah.
I'll give it a
Yeah,
pass.
I'll give it a pass for that because, like, I love Kill Bill, but yeah, goddamn, no, that kill is
Yeah,
fucking
with the
oh,
piece of wood
it's
with the nails.
great,
Yeah,
fucking awesome. Yeah,
that was a fucking.
I love Kill Bill, but Return of the King, that's
You can't argue with
Yeah,
Return of the King.
I can't argue with that win. I really can't.
One of the only times I won't get angry for that.
Oh, okay. I can't get angry at this either. Charlize Theron won Best Actress that year for Monster.
Okay.
I can't be upset about that either.
Alright, fine. Whatever.
I guess 2003 was just a really good year for film. So
A good year. I forget what that's like nowadays. For a second there, I did. Tricks are.
Here we fucking go.
So you know that scene my Luke showed you earlier with Id Man with the dude fighting 10 guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't have shit on this scene.
Yeah, no, it does not.
Look, I love Donnie Yen Man, but this is fucking Kill Bill. And this, in my mind, is one of the greatest sword fight scenes ever put to cinema.
Yes, it fucking is. And then what's funny is this is the rest of the movie.
Right. Well, this and the final fight scene with the main chick later.
Yeah. What's her name again?
I don't remember. I just know her as badass Asian chick.
Badass. Yeah, this fight scene is definitely a Bruce Lee homage as well.
Probably to Enter the Dragon, but even then, Bruce Lee was
that's
never...
a shot. That was a shot.
Yeah,
Holy
sword,
shit,
yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. I mean, if any, maybe it's a reference to Enter the Dragon, but Bruce Lee was never a swords guy. Bruce was always into more of with like blunt weapons, like staffs, nunchucks. Bruce Lee's the guy who popularized
Anyone
nunchucks
who
in
thinks
movies.
the throne room fight scene in The Last Jedi is good, that's got nothing on this.
Okay, so
nothing on this.
So, fun fact here. So the reason why this fight scene
Ooh,
switches,
that was a move.
the reason why this fight scene just switched to black and white, it was not a stylistic choice. At least not one made consciously. What happened was that when this movie was in production, some of the movie heads were like, "This movie has too much blood. We need you to edit out some of the blood."
Yeah.
So instead of actually editing out any of the scenes, Tarantino just made a section of this fight scene black and white, and that worked.
Yeah.
But that goes to show Hollywood doesn't have a problem with blood. They're just racist against the color red.
Yeah.
Because as Alien versus Predator is shown, as long as it's slime and as long as it's not red blood, it's fine.
Oh, it's so great.
Oh man. There's not even any music in the scene either. It's just fucking awesome.
Yep. You don't need
You
me.
want to know how I got these scars?
Bro, it's like she just slices a dude in half. It's so great.
Yeah. This is definitely one that shows all of like the old kung fu movies with the wire works and stuff. With all of them jumping around and shit. Like that right there.
Yeah.
Now, what song is this from?
I don't know.
This is like really old, like 1940s. music.
Oh, that's right. Because I remember now. It's Lucy Liu is the actress who plays the Asian chick.
Right.
Because she's a pretty famous actress, actually.
I'm pretty sure she's been in other stuff.
Yeah, she has. Her name is O Ren. That's
the character's
name.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. She's been in quite a bit of TV shows, actually.
Okay, like what?
Well, I guess this isn't a TV show, but she was in Charlie's Angels, which is an old movie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
She was in Elementary, which is a CBS show.
Okay.
She's Viper in the 3 Kung Fu Panda movies, actually.
That's not surprising considering they're all here.
Yeah. She was in Tale of the Princess Kaguya, which is an anime that came out a few years ago.
Never. Wait, Princess Kaguya?
Yeah. It's Kaguya, but...
I haven't. No, well, I've heard people pronounce it Kaguya, but whatever. Foreign words, man. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of it. I've never watched
She was
it.
in The Simpsons for, like, an episode.
Okay. Oh, there's the Wilhelm scream.
Yep. There you go.
Honestly, I forgot that was in here because everything else is just
She was
so
in
awesome.
Futurama for a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I love
Oh,
this
I've heard
sequence
this
here.
song in other movies. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was
And now it's back to regular color.
yeah.
I love this sequence. The silhouette fight. We'll see it in a second here.
That song that I just played here, that was the Nobody song from The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this so much.
Yes, I know. I remember this is an homage to something, but I love this.
Yeah.
The
I forget what
silhouette.
this is homage to, but it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, the silhouette shot. This is great.
Because I think Uma Thurman did all the stunts in this movie.
Yeah, she did.
No stunt
She
actors.
actually had an injury, I think, with the car at one point during Volume 2.
And she still filmed. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's...
Talk about dedication.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude is so screwed.
He's fucking scared.
It's like, bitch!
Oh?
Not even wearing a Kato mask. What the hell? This is just such a funny way to end the fight. Just slaps him in the ass.
Just slaps him in the ass,
That's
yeah.
gotta fucking hurt.
Go home to your mother! It's like, okay.
Oh shit, that dude's still alive.
Oh, fuck. He's like, you ain't got nothing on me, bitch.
I'll try spinning. That's a neat trick.
Okay.
Ah, fuck, cuts his legs off. Ah! It falls into a fucking pool
Yeah,
of blood.
and it's just all blood
It's
now.
funny.
It's no longer water.
Yeah,
it's
earlier it was
just
just water, and now it's just all fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel bad. The people who die are the people who are still alive. I love this shade. If you're still alive, you can leave. We'll leave your fallen limbs because they belong to me now.
Tommy Mario está muerto. It's like,
Leave your fallen limbs behind because now they belong to me.
so awesome.
Badass. I like how some are actually like trying to like crawl out of the building. She's like, "Fuck! I'm going to have to pay the janitor overtime for this."
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine all the fucking like acid baths would take to get rid of all those bodies?
Oh yeah.
And that was all just the fucking warm up.
Yeah, now she has to fight Oren. Oh, I love that. The snow.
Yeah. So if that whole scene was a reference to Bruce Lee, this whole scene is very much a reference to Lady Snowblood. In fact, the outfit that Ren is wearing, I'm not sure if it's one for one the same costume that the Lady Snowblood character wore, but it's very reminiscent.
Yeah.
Like, this whole sequence is very Lady Snowblood.
And I love how it sort of ends like a play, like this is intermission, basically.
Right.
In fact, Hateful Eight did that.
Had an
When
intermission.
When it ran in theaters, it had an intermission.
I like to. It's a Atari Honor Star. It's like, you bullshitting. It's like, nope. It's the real deal.
My mom and dad went and saw Hateful Eight in theaters, and I was like, "Can I please see it with you?" Because I was 15, and that's like that was about a year after I really started getting into art house movies. But they said no because it was rated R, and I was 15. I was like, seriously?
My parents would have taken me to see it.
Oh, I know.
Like, with my whole parents thing, as long as there wasn't like a sex scene or anything like that, they were fine with hyper-violence. That reminds you that the first rated R movie I've ever seen in theaters was Ninja Assassin, and that movie was a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah. You know, Whiplash was the movie that really got me into art house cinema.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, Grant, but this song here is my fucking tempo.
Hell yes.
Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. I fucking love this song.
Were you rushing or were you dragging? That was a cool shot.
I really want to turn it up right now, but
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'll get copyrighted.
I do too, but yeah, it's probably.
Look it up yourself. Santa Esmeralda. It's a beautiful song. I like how she fights with the scabbard too.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. Man, I'd have to watch all his films again, but man, I think this one might be the best cinematography he's ever done.
Yeah, it's definitely the best fight scenes he's ever done.
Oh, fight scenes, yes. I'm talking not just fight scenes, just cinematography.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm turning it up. The song's just such a fucking jam.
This is the first time you've ever turned it up in the middle of the movie.
If I'm turning up for anything, it's for fucking Kill Bill. Oh shit!
Oh shit! Whew!
Shit, coming back.
Dang.
Silly Caucasian girl likes to play with samurai swords.
No, I'm not turning it back. I don't care if the audio bleeds through the recording.
Like a samurai. But you can at least die like a samurai.
She's more Ronin than Samurai, but whatever.
It's like, holy shit, she lost.
I mean, she must be fucking exhausted after the dozens of people she massacred.
Yeah. That sliced her back. That's like.
It would be fatal, but she survived a fucking gunshot to the head. She's not going down until she's fucking satisfied with her bloodlust. Unfortunately, I forget what she says here. Sorry. One thing I like about the choreography a lot, it does a good balance between the the really exaggerated stuff and the grounded stuff. Between like what they use for style and what they use to more grounded style sword combat.
Mm-hmm.
It has a really good balance, and that's very difficult to do.
It's like she gotta hurry or gonna bleed out quickly.
Now I know what she says here is that that statement before that you're not like a real swordsman. She takes it back. She apologizes for that.
Yeah.
Just like a little nod of respect to the whole warrior. I'm a sucker for that thing. The respect between warriors thing, even if they're trying to kill each other. I'm a fucking sucker for that. I'll completely admit it's cool.
I always like that when the villain and the hero respect each other.
Yeah.
Like with Thanos, how he actually respects Tony Stark.
Yeah, something like Even though they're enemies, it's that little bit of connection between foes who otherwise had nothing to do with each other. It's cool. It's a little cheesy, but it's cool.
Yeah.
She got scalped.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucking scalped.
Now this song right here is the theme of Lady Snowblood.
Yeah. I forget, does it pan up to show her wound?
I think you see it when she falls. Yo, it does!
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, you get the top of your head sliced off, you're done.
What's this song called? Let's see real quick.
The Ladies in the Blood thing?
Yeah, what's it actually called?
I wouldn't know.
I know, I'm looking it up.
How she can barely fucking walk.
Yeah, she was badass, but she took her fair share of bumps. That's
And
for
now,
sure.
for the whole first beginning of Volume 2, she has to heal.
Flower of Carnage. That's the name of this song.
Okay. Yeah, for the entirety of like the first part of Volume 2, she has to heal before she can fight again.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, pop that blood on the floor. It's
And
probably
also,
hers.
I like how it
And she
also
crossed the name off her list.
I like how it also shows her training too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Not gonna lie, a little disappointed she doesn't keep the Bruce Lee outfit for Volume 2.
I mean,
It's not nitpick or anything.
It's
It's,
not-
just I love that outfit.
yeah, me too. I guess I just can't really count it as a flaw, just for not using the outfit. You know. Oh yeah, that's right. That's like a hospital, right?
Yeah, she leaves one to survive. It's like I'm coming for you, Bill.
Yeah.
The messenger.
Don't kill the messenger.
I love this scene because you can tell just by reacting how horrified she is of Bill,
Yeah.
just by the look on her face. And again, the fact that you don't see his head in this film makes him very ominous.
Please forgive my betrayal. But still,
He's like the devil almost.
I kept you alive for 2 reasons. First reason is information.
I forget the name. There's actually an anime. I forget the name that came out a few years ago where one of the characters like design is this outfit. It's the yellow biker suit with the helmet. I forget the name of it. I'm not even sure if it's good or not. I haven't seen it, but I remember there was a character whose whole motif was this look, and this had to have been taken from Kill Bill.
Yeah.
I want all the information on the deadly bikers. What they've been doing, and where I can find them.
I like the overlapping audio there.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it won't be necessary. She fooled me. She said I could keep my wicked life for 2 reasons. As I said before, I've allowed you to keep your wicked life for 2 reasons. And the second reason is so you can tell me in person everything that happened here tonight. I want you to witness the extent of my mercy by witnessing your deformed body. I want you to tell him all the information you just told me. I want you to know what I know. I want him to know. I want him to know. And I want them all to know.
I'm not gonna lie, man. If I had to pick between Beatrix and Darth Vader, I'm picking Darth Vader over Beatrix. Death list.
And this is her writing her list
Right.
after her training.
She doesn't need the death note to get what she needs done.
Oh yeah, Volume 2 starts with her showing her training, right?
Yeah, it's the background of training to be an assassin.
Yeah.
And I'll get and there's a lot I want to talk about there too, but I'll save that for Volume 2.
Okay. Because I was gonna say with Volume 2, it's at least for the beginning of it, it's a flashback.
Right.
But doesn't
There's a lot of flashbacks
Yeah,
in
that-
Volume 2.
if I'm remembering correctly though, isn't there a point in Volume 2 where it shows her having to heal in her from her injury in that fight scene just now?
I don't remember.
Okay.
You'll see.
So far, she's scratched 3 of them off her list.
2.
No, 3.
No, she's only killed 2.
Bud.
She hasn't killed Bud yet. That's in Volume 2.
Oh, okay.
That's like the first half of Volume 2, I think.
I thought Bud was the dude in the hospital, but okay.
No, now you're thinking of Chuck.
Chuck. Okay.
No, Chuck's not part of anything like that.
And that's Volume 1.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun. I never get sick of that, man.
Dude, I love it.
I can watch that fight scene alone all day.
Yeah.
And it helps that the rest of the movie is awesome too.
Yeah, definitely. And that animation part came from Japan.
Right.
That's
I
pretty
mean,
awesome.
If you're going to get anything like that, you get it from Japan.
Alright, want to just cut it off here and see them in Volume 2?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make this its own separate video. I'm not sure when I'll get which posted, so considering this, our intermission, I guess, might as well be until I get Volume 2 up.
Yeah.
Any last words before?
It was fucking awesome.
This is fucking awesome. If I get any
Yeah.
copyright shit with this, I'll take it with honor.
Yeah.
Because goddamn, I love this movie, and I don't care. I mean, I'm not making money off this anyways, but
Yeah.
even still,
Yeah.
God, I love this movie. And I'm gonna love Volume 2. I know I said I like this more, but I love Volume 2 as well.
I love Volume 2
Yeah,
also. So.
We'll see you
Let's-
guys for the second part later.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye.